Now we are going to discuss about the methods of calculation of national income. In the last session we discussed about the application, the components of national income, about factor income, about transfer payment. Now in this chapter we are going to study how we apply all this in different methods. But before that we have to discuss the types of method, then accordingly we will put everything from here to there, then you understand how we calculate national income, and from all the methods answer would be similar. So let's go for the calculation of national income. Now before we switch over to national income, I want to give you some tips related to national income, because without that you are unable to name them ki what it is. If we see national income, the national income is NNP at FC. Now this NNP at FC, how we arrive to NNP at FC? So we will have the complete picture of NNP at FC, how to arrive at NNP at FC. Before I write anything on my whiteboard, I want to ask one question, that if I am using this pen and you are using your jot pen or ball pen or fountain pen, you know what it is? It is the part of GDP at MP. Now what is GDP at MP? I will explain you. GDP at MP is the money value of all final goods and services produced in an economy within accounting year or assessment year or financial year. Now when I am talking about GDP, so it comprises of both goods and services. If I am here as a teacher, I am teaching you, so I am also compensated for something because of my services, because of my economic activities. So this is also the part of GDP at MP. Even the people, those who are my learners, and the learners who are listening to me, they are here, they are paying some fee. That fee is also the part of GDP because it's a service sector. And in terms of goods, you are paying for food grains, you are paying for electricity, you are paying for your clothes, you are paying for your many other necessities, luxuries, everything. Everything is a part of GDP at MP. Now I am explaining you what is G, what is D, what is M, what is MP. So GDP at MP is money value of all final goods and services produced within an accounting year within the domestic territory of a country. Being G, it is gross. Being domestic means it is restricted to domestic territory only. I am not going to talk about what we are exporting from rest of the world. It is within the domestic territory of a country, within our boundary, geographical boundaries or political boundaries. So domestic means within domestic territory of a country. Now product means goods as well as services. D again I have to write here. D means domestic territory. Now comes market price. In the previous lesson about national income accounting, we talk about factor cost and market price. So this is the same market price. Market price, you know, it is factor cost plus net indirect taxes is equals to market price. Now what is factor cost? I again recall that factor cost. Factor cost means if suppose we talk about the factor inputs, that is the primary inputs. You remember na, primary inputs are land, labor, capital and entrepreneur. So here factor cost comprises of the expenditure which is incurred on factor inputs, that is primary input. What are the factor inputs? Land, labor, capital and entrepreneur. So this is the factor inputs. And plus when the good is coming into the market, suppose this is a factory, and this factory area, whatever is being produced within this area is the factor cost. When the goods enter into the market, it is imposed by indirect taxes. Indirect taxes are like sales tax, custom duty, and when we are also offered subsidies from the sides of government. Now, indirect taxes increases the price, whereas subsidies reduces the price. So, if suppose 10 is the factor cost, indirect taxes minus subsidies, so 10 plus indirect taxes 5 and subsidies is 2 rupees. So net increase in the price when it enter into the market is 3 rupees. So 10 plus 3 is equals to 13 rupees is the market price, where the cost of producing the commodity within the factory is 10 rupees. So 10 plus 3 is equals to 13 rupees. 13 rupees is the market price. Now I want to explain you this thing with some example. I hope GDP is clear. The very first thing is GDP. हम लोग जो भी प्रोडक्शन करते हैं, जितना भी इकोनॉमी में प्रोडक्शन होता है, उस प्रोडक्शन का वैल्यू ऑफ आउटपुट is nothing but GDP at MP. If suppose I am a baker, I am preparing a cake, you know cake is also the part of GDP at MP. जब केक बनेगा, डेप्रिसिएशन किसका होगा? माइक्रोवेव का होगा, मशीनरी का होगा. मैं एम नॉट गोइंग टू चार्ज एनीथिंग फ्रॉम द कस्टमर कि एक केक बनाया, उसमें 10,000 रुपए का माइक्रोवेव यूज किया, तो दैट माइक्रोवेव कॉस्ट यू हैव टू बियर. नो, द कस्टमर्स आर ओनली बियर द कॉस्ट ऑफ डेप्रिसिएशन. Depreciation is a consumption of fixed capital. If you remember, you recall the last lesson. So, when a cake is prepared by me, I am using the word prepared by me. So, when it is offered to a customer, I just charge the value of GDP at MP, the value of output. Now, when the value is calculated, when I am getting the money, I'll just keep some part of that money, that price of cake, for depreciation. I pay something to the government also, and then the remaining is distributed among the factors of production. Who are the factors of production? Land, labor, capital and entrepreneur. आज बेकरी चल रहा है तो बेकरी का रेंट कहां से निकलेगा? जब तक केक नहीं बिकेगा तब तक न बेकरी का रेंट निकलेगा, न मेरे वर्कर्स का पैसा निकलेगा, न लाइट का पैसा निकलेगा, न इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का पैसा, पानी का पैसा. एवरीथिंग आई हैव टू पे आउट ऑफ माय प्राइस. दैट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ आउटपुट. This complete picture we will study again in the very first method of estimating national income, that is production method. So I hope with this GDP is very clear to you. Now just we'll have a kind of discussion. Suppose if in the morning I am paying for a cup of tea or cup of coffee to in a restaurant, it is a part of GDP at MP. Uniform you are wearing, it is also the part of GDP. Is it or not? Then you are here in school, you are here for classes, you are paying fee, you are paying tuition fee, you are paying annual fees, everything is the part of GDP at MP. So GDP is what? Sakal Gharelu Utpad. It is gross domestic product at market price. Now see, when this money is recovered means I have sold any product in the market, the money received by the producer is the value of output. Now when the value is received, if we deduct depreciation, you know, in production process everybody is using fixed assets. अभी ऐसा तो नहीं कि आज केक बनाया, केक माइक्रोवेव में बनाया, कस्टमर आए, कितने का केक? सर 300 रुपए तो रॉ मटेरियल और 10,000 रुपए माइक्रोवेव. यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू चार्ज द कॉस्ट ऑफ माइक्रोवेव. उसका सिर्फ डेप्रिसिएशन हम कस्टमर से चार्ज करेंगे, हम पूरा का पूरा उससे माइक्रोवेव का पैसा नहीं लेंगे. सो फर्स्ट इज व्हाट, व्हेन डेप्रिसिएशन इज डिडक्टेड it becomes net. When depreciation is deducted, it becomes net. And again, when depreciation is added, it becomes gross. Then we come to market price. You know market price, how it becomes factor cost. If I deduct the taxes, net indirect taxes, what is net indirect taxes? It is indirect taxes minus subsidies. Many people are confused about subsidies. Subsidies मतलब गवर्नमेंट पैसा देगी या गवर्नमेंट हमारे प्रोडक्शन में आके हेल्प करेगी? No, it is not like that. Subsidies means if you are producing any commodity and that commodity is having some welfare value, or it is a very important for you can say for the welfare of people, or it is the basic necessity of life, then what government will do, government public को कहती है कि producer को कहती है in the benefit of public you produce a commodity and give them at a very reasonable and affording rates, and for that government is offering to the producers that I'll exempt you from certain taxes. पानी का बिल सस्ता कर देंगे, वाटर का बिल कम कर देंगे, बिजली का बिल कम कर देंगे, आपको कोई टेलीफोन का बस मिनिमम रेंटल देना पड़ेगा, ये सब खर्चा बचेगा, तभी तो प्रोडक्शन सस्ता होगा तो प्राइस भी कम होगी. एंड व्हेन प्राइस इज रीजनेबल, द नॉर्मल we can say middle income group is able to afford to buy the commodity. So this is the purpose of subsidies. It is not government is giving you some money. No, it is only a kind of support, some exemption, some relaxation offered to the producer to minimize the price of commodity, to make it affordable for the consumer. So after deducting depreciation, we got net. हमने गवर्नमेंट का खर्चा गवर्नमेंट को दे दिया, फैक्टर कॉस्ट में आ गए, जी में से डेप्रिसिएशन माइनस किया तो क्या बन गया? नेट. डी को मैं अभी डी ही रहने देता हूं, डोमेस्टिक प्रोडक्ट विल रिमेन प्रोडक्ट एंड नाउ इट बिकम फैक्टर कॉस्ट. दिस NDP at FC is nothing but domestic income of any economy. Now this domestic income, this is domestic income because of domestic. If I add net factor income from abroad, NFIA, just recall the previous lesson, NFIA is what? It is the difference between factor income from abroad and factor income to abroad. मैंने दूसरे देशों से कितना कमाया और दूसरे देशों ने मेरे यहां से कितना कमाया. The difference is NFIA. हो रहा है ना आजकल? If you see, because of service sector we are growing like anything, we are earning like anything from rest of the world. हमारे यहाँ पर लोग आते हैं मेडिकल टूरिज्म के लिए, हमारे यहाँ पे लोग आते हैं टूरिज्म के लिए. People are coming down to India to learn yoga, meditation, everything. So we are earning the income from rest of the world. Similarly, our people, they are going to different countries to learn something for any economic activity. They are also paying to other rest of the world. So the difference is NFIA. अगर NFIA पॉजिटिव है मतलब हमने वहां से कमाया है, अगर NFIA नेगेटिव है, it means we have paid more to the rest of the world and we have received less from the rest of the world. So NFIA, if it is negative, it means from is less than 2, and if it is more, from is more than the 2. So when I add NFIA, it becomes net national. Now what is the change? This domestic has become national, NNP at FC. So this NNP at FC is national income of any country. So NDP at FC is domestic income, and NNP at FC is national income. So I have just give you the previous reference also in this explanation. We have covered something related to the previous lesson also before we discuss about the first method. Now, what are the methods of estimating national income? Now we are going to discuss that. National income, there are three methods in your course. Number one is production method, also known as value added method, or it is known as output method. The second method is your income method, very important method for examination point of view. And third is expenditure method, that is also important because there is a one question of 6 marks. You calculate with both the methods. So I'll give you how to go for the different methods simultaneously also, but before that we will study each and every method individually. Production method. I hope my handwriting is very clear to you. Production method, it is also known as value added method or output method. This method is very easy. You know, if we together decided to have some business, or we decided to prepare cake, again bakery. Now cake, you know what, how I come to the real means the economic value of the cake, that is the price of cake. That is, price means value of output again. I am just taking from your, means you give the indication what are the expenditure I am incurring in making or preparing a cake. सबसे पहला raw material लेकर आए हम लोग. So the very first thing is what? Raw material. Again, raw material is intermediate consumption. Raw material, power, fuel. अब raw material केक में क्या क्या आ जाएगा? Yes, anybody? Raw material means for making of cake you need butter, you need cream, you need flour, you need dry fruit, you need egg also. अब egg, eggless cake वो decide करेंगे हम कैसा बनाना है. So first thing is your intermediate consumption. Intermediate consumption, in the previous lesson we had a discussion about intermediate consumption. Intermediate consumption means non-factor input. Raw material, secondary input. So intermediate consumption का खर्चा आएगा, चाहे केक बनाए, चाहे हम कोई रेसिपी बनाए. Then मशीन का डेप्रिसिएशन होगा. कोई भी चीज बनेगी, फिक्स्ड एसेट्स का डेप्रिसिएशन होगा. ऐसा थोड़ी हम कस्टमर से वी आर गोइंग टू चार्ज एवरीथिंग. नो, वी आर गोइंग टू चार्ज द डेप्रिसिएशन. व्हाट इज द अनदर नेम ऑफ डेप्रिसिएशन? Consumption of fixed capital. Then we pay to government net indirect taxes. Then when we produce something, then we have some place for which we are paying rent. We have borrowed the capital, we pay interest. We have प्रॉफिट ऑल्सो, वी टॉक अबाउट प्रॉफिट ऑल्सो. हम जब कोई चीज बेचेंगे तो प्रॉफिट भी तो उसी में से निकलेगा. देन वी हैव अ टीम ऑफ गुड पीपल, गुड वर्कर्स, लीडर पीपल, लीडरशिप पीपल. सो उनका खर्चा भी दे आर एंटाइटल्ड फॉर COE, compensation of employees. I am putting more emphasis on COE because you have already studied this area in last lesson. Compensation of employees, cash, kind, social security benefit, retirement pension. So COE. Then is your mixed income. Mixed income is the income of self-employed. कुछ लोग ऐसे भी होते हैं सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयड है, हम हमारे घर में ही कुछ चीजें बना के मार्केट में बेचते हैं. देयर आर सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयड पीपल, unincorporated enterprises. A doctor running his own clinic makes income. A teacher running his own tutorial makes income. A trainer is running his own consultancy, makes income. Shopkeeper makes income. Saloon makes income. Then यही चीजें होती हैं, हम कोई चीज बनाते हैं, कच्चा माल, इंटरमीडिएट कंजम्पशन, मशीन का डेप्रिसिएशन, गवर्नमेंट का टैक्स, जगह का किराया, रेंट, इंटरेस्ट, पैसा लिया है, सीड कैपिटल है, कोई भी कैपिटल है, वी हैव टू पे इंटरेस्ट, प्रॉफिट इज देयर, देन कॉम्पनसेशन ऑफ एम्प्लॉइज एंड देन मिक्स्ड इनकम. ये सारे खर्चे जब होंगे तब हमारी कोई चीज का मैन्युफैक्चरिंग होगा, वो केक तैयार होगा, और केक की वैल्यू को हम कहेंगे वैल्यू ऑफ आउटपुट. वैल्यू ऑफ आउटपुट एट विच प्राइस? नेट इनडायरेक्ट टैक्सेस इंक्लूडेड है तो वो क्या होगा? इट इज मार्केट प्राइस. व्हेन आई डिडक्ट, so this is the value of output at market price. I hope it is clear to you how to arrive at value of output at MP. Then if I deduct intermediate consumption, इन सब की हेल्प से मेरा जो प्रोडक्शन हुआ, रॉ मटेरियल का खर्चा हटा दिया, तो इट विल बिकम ग्रॉस वैल्यू एडेड एट MP. This is GV at MP. And if I deduct depreciation, so gross will become net. Gross and net. Gross minus depreciation is net, and net plus gross is depreciation. So depreciation हटाया तो क्या बन गया? It is net. NVA at MP. Now, if I deduct government taxes also, this will become NVA at FC. Market price factor cost बन जाएगा. Now please have a look on this. एंड में हमारे पास क्या बच गया? हमारे पास बच गया रेंट, इंटरेस्ट, प्रॉफिट, कॉम्पनसेशन ऑफ एम्प्लॉइज, मिक्स्ड इनकम. यही चीज बचा. ये हमारा फैक्टर इनकम है. दिस इज द फैक्टर इनकम. एंड फैक्टर इनकम within the domestic territory of a country is nothing but domestic income. So according to production method or value added method, NV at FC is nothing but domestic income. आप इसको NV at FC कहो, चाहे NDP at FC कहो, चाहे इसे domestic income कहो. So this is the method to calculate domestic income by production method. This is the first method of estimating national income. If you refer to your self-learning material, this is all given in your paragraph. Somewhere at the end, what you have learnt, if you refer, udhar ye sab every chart is given to you. But this is the proper way. कोई problem नहीं होगा if you try to apply the same in your practical life कि ये सब खर्चा होता है प्रोडक्शन करते हैं तो. And at this stage, at senior secondary level, you know, when you are eating a pani puri in the market, you know what are the kharcha incurred in making the pani puri. There is a price for purchasing the water also. You go to Mumbai, any place, pani puri costs 70 rupees. Why 70 rupees? I am using Bisleri water, so it costs. So for every kharcha, every expenditure you have to pay, and that price what you pay is nothing but the value of output. I hope this method is very clear to you. Now I am giving you a short method also in production. Whatever is sold in the market is value of output. जो नहीं बिका वो प्रोड्यूसर अपने पास रख लेता है, कहता है नहीं इसका जो भी लॉस है वो मैं बियर करूंगा. अगर मान लीजिए एक शॉप है वहां पर कुछ यूनिट्स नहीं बिका, प्रोड्यूसर और ओनर ऐसा नहीं करेगा कि इस बार सेल इज नॉट अप टू द मार्क, आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू पे टू माय वर्कर्स. नो, he will consider, he will assume that I have to bear this loss, but I have to pay to my workers. सेल ज्यादा होते तो भी ज्यादा नहीं मिलता, जितना सैलरी है उतना ही मिलेगा. सो sales is what? It is output. So sales plus change in stock is also value of output. So this is a very short method of calculating value of output. अगर डोमेस्टिक सेल्स दिया हुआ है तो आपको एक्सपोर्ट अलग से ऐड करना पड़ेगा. सेल्स मतलब सारा सेल्स हो गया. इफ इट इज डोमेस्टिक सेल्स देन यू हैव टू ऐड एक्सपोर्ट्स. सो एक्सपोर्ट्स प्लस डोमेस्टिक सेल्स प्लस चेंज इन स्टॉक is value of output. Now the same, recall the last table. In the last table it was there, value of output we have calculated by adding so many things. So many things means intermediate input, depreciation, net indirect taxes, rent, interest, profit, mixed income, compensation of employees. So we have now calculated value added by very small method, that is your exports plus sales. जब domestic हो तभी export लेना है, otherwise sales means overall sales. Then change in stock, this will be your value of output at MP. Now the same procedure, value of output minus intermediate consumption, this will become GV at MP, minus depreciation, this will become NV at MP. Then government ka taxes, this is your NV at FC. So NV at FC is what? It is domestic income or NDP at FC by production method, also known as value added method, also known as output method. So this is the complete thing about the very first method, that is the production method or output method. I hope it is very clear to you. Now if export and sales is given to you, you use this direct method. If not, then you have to go for the long method, intermediate consumption, depreciation, net indirect taxes, rent, interest, profit, mixed income, compensation of employees. The same, then it is same. Once you have calculated value of output minus IC, GV at MP, minus depreciation, NV at MP, minus net indirect taxes, NV at FC. So this is the first method. Thank you.
हिंदुस्तान के हर कोने में नौजवानों के पास प्रतिभा है, उन्हें अवसर चाहिए।
NIOS देता रहा है युवाओं को अवसर आगे बढ़ने का। NIOS से पढ़ने वाले इन युवाओं ने किया है संस्थान को गौरवान्वित। दिव्यांगों ने बन के दिखाया है सबल और आत्मनिर्भर NIOS के साथ। आप भी जुड़िए NIOS के संग।